What's up, guys? Today I'm sharing this adorable festival vibe with you. A little bit queenly / princess vibe going on here. I hope you enjoy. Let go. Starting on blown out hair, I create a part down the middle back. I thought this part was a little straighter, but seeing it now, clearly not. It's all good. We're gonna create a deep side part in the front for more interest and connect it with the part in the back. I'm clipping one side out of the way and working one side at a time. I'm gonna create a horizontal part across the section from front to back. And I'm first using my fingers, then I'm cleaning up the part with a pintail comb. Clipping that top half out of the way, we're gonna cornrow the section down. Using a bit of gel to tame my edges, I've got lots of debris from that postpartum shedding. So smoothing that back and brushing it gently. And all the products I'm using for this look are gonna be in the description box, just FYI. All right, now I'm just gonna cornrow the hair down. And if you don't already know how to cornrow, I'm linking my beginner's cornrow tutorial in the description box for you guys to check out. So hopefully it helps. I'm gonna cornrow all the way down from top to bottom and giving the ends a twirl to keep them tidy. Yes, all right. So now release that top half of hair and repeat the same thing. Cleaning up the flyaways at the part with some gel and a gentle brush, then cornrow the section from top to bottom. Twirling the bottom to seal the end, and you're done. All right, so now just repeat the same thing on the other side, creating one cornrow on top and one on the bottom. When you're done, you'll have 4 lovely cornrows. I'm gonna clean up my edges again with some more gel and I'm brushing them back, and I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit. So it's about 15 minutes later and we're ready to take this style up a notch. So what we're gonna do is fold the tail of the top braid upward, covering that part and creating a faux crown. And we're gonna keep our crown in place using a large plastic sewing needle and some thin gold wire that you can find at your local art store. So I just did this first side off camera and I'm gonna show you what I did on the next side. You're gonna need a lot of wire because we're looping this around our braids. So string your wire through the needle and you're gonna want the 2 ends of the wire to line up. So that's what I'm doing here. And here you can see how long my wire is. Just be very gentle with the wire, guys. This took me a couple of tries. You really don't want that wire to bend or it's gonna be hard to get it through your hair and you'll risk breakage. So just take your time and be very gentle with the wire. So here I am folding the tail of my top braid upwards, covering the part. I'm gonna hold the braid in place with a bobby pin so it doesn't move as I'm sewing it. And now we can start sewing. So we're basically sewing that tail end to the top of your braid that's in the front. To make the process easier, try to avoid going through your hair as much as possible. Of course, you will have to go through the braids at some point to connect the two, but anytime you can just loop it around the braid, take that option. My tip for when you do need to bring the needle through your braids is do not let the wire touch your scalp. Keep the needle shallow. Keep it more towards the top of your braid as you go through so that the wire doesn't touch your scalp and it won't irritate it. Also, having less hair to go through will make it easier. So here I am sewing the wire through very gently, not letting the needle or wire touch my scalp, and making sure not to bend the wire as that'll make it harder to get it through your hair. And one more disclaimer, be careful of your eyes, guys. This is wire. As you can see, I'm not taking the wire all the way through. I'm leaving a bit of wire out at the ends, and that's gonna be used to connect the braids later. I'm just taking the gold wire gently around and through the braids when necessary, connecting the 2 braids together. And you can make this any pattern you want. I just did mostly loops and some crisscrossing here and there to make it easier. And just a note, if you are one of my younger viewers, please do this with adult supervision. Having any type of wire near your face and eyes is dangerous. And this isn't an easy process to do on your own with such a large piece of wire. So please be careful. Okay.
Got a restless mind, and now I won't let go. So let us be crazy before we get cold.
So again, I'm just sewing it through the braid in some sections and looping it around the braid in others. And when you reach the end and you're satisfied with how it looks, just cut the needle off from the wire. I'm just using some brow scissors here because they're nice and small. And I'm just gonna loop the end of the wire around itself so it creates a circular shape. And that'll make it so it doesn't get caught in my hair. And then just fold it under. All right, so now we're gonna connect the 2 braids together to form a crown using that leftover wire. So super simple, just bring the braids together at the top of your head, crisscross them, and wrap the wire around the braids to secure them in place. And please be careful of your beautiful eyes. I don't know, I have to say this a million times. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared for you. Just be careful if you do this. Trimming off the excess wire and gently folding it under. I'm gonna grab that piece of wire that I just cut off, and I'm just gonna use it to connect this last braid that's hanging off. Same thing, wrap it around gently and fold the wire under. And just tucking in the end of that braid. And that's it. An ethereal, queenly, princessy crown using your own hair and a bit of imagination and creativity. Perfect for any festival or just to make a statement on a Monday. I actually got a ton of compliments when I wore this on my little mini vacation this past weekend, so it's definitely a unique and creative look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a try. I will see you in my next video.